Going on YouTube? This would be the fire up of the LS motor. I've been having so much trouble with new wires and changing out the whole wire kit, buying this new one. Get everything just ran so I could start the motor, and then nothing. I hooked everything up and I was having problems with it doing anything. It wasn't clicking, nothing. I had people tell me about make sure the battery's charged. It was showing 12 volts. I went ahead and took a few people's advice about grounding the coil packs individually on each head. I did that one just because, but it all ended up being because I had a bad starter. The ground wire on the starter, they got that little insulation that go around it. That insulation, inside the insulation, the ground strap was tore off. And then I tried reconnecting it, but then I still wasn't getting nothing out of the starter, so it was a bad starter. So I went to AutoZone, spent way too much for the starter, just to see if it was the starter, and it ended up being the starter. It fires right up now, so I'm excited. That's what it all came down for, spending over all this money, taking it off the frame and everything, just to hear that motor fire up for the first time. Because when I bought the car, it had no motor in it. So I'll do this fire up for y'all after this little quick walkthrough and talk through. And then I'm gonna go back to working on it because I want to be able to break the cam in. So I gotta hook up the fuel pump and go get gas. It's pretty simple, but we gonna definitely get it done tonight. I'll wake everybody up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning if I got to, straight open headers, just to get my stuff accomplished. But like I said, I got the alternator wire right here. That's right there. Got the wire for the temp sensor. Got the coils. All my coils is heated. Of course, these wires ain't. These is going directly to the battery. I'll clean them up, run them through the fender. You ain't gonna see them. Like I said, I took the tape off, ran this new loom, and then you can't see them because then they're going down and under the intake on both sides. Coming out the back, all my stuff is in the back. I want to see as few wires as possible, at least on the motor, if not the whole car. And then got the grounds, got the starter. I end up using this double G Jeep steering shaft. I end up being able to use it now that I used the chrome column that I was going to use for the Cutlass. I hate stealing parts from that car, but I'll get them again. Shit cheap. I know what I'm doing this time. Had to do a little modifications to make stuff work, like notch that out, which now they sell one with it already notched out, and then you had to cut the bottom of the old steering column off. You had to cut that off. You had to cut that one off, the big plate with the 4 screws in it, so everything can still look, original, and it not be no big ass gaping hole. So when you look at that, it look like it all fits correctly. Like I said, was able to use the double G steering shaft. Decided to use a smaller bolt up there. Use the bolt with it at the bottom. Everything else, like I said, is connected. That's all your little accessories, your headlights, tail lights, the high beams, stuff like for the compressor, heat, and little stuff like that. A few tack wires, your oil, your temp, voltmeter. That's all what those wires are. And then we got a couple more that I gotta take this harness through the back. That's the fuel pump harness is in that. I'll run it all the way through the back. Have it coming out somewhere right there. You got a couple more that's like power locks, power windows, and then connectors for the heat and AC and all that good stuff. That's where all these wires is. That's it, chrome column. I'll go ahead and give y'all that little fire up, and then I'm gonna get back to work. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we do this for. For that first startup of that engine.